Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the 25th episode of the Media Raptor Reviews. That's right, you guys. I have wasted my time and yours on 25 of these movie reviews, including reaction videos. And in a way of just to honor that sort of achievement, I have found the perfect film to make my 25th review with. It's a 1996 science fiction comedy that was number 2 on my top 5 funniest films of 2013. That movie is Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie. Yes, folks. Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie. It's finally on Blu-ray. Yeah. Wow. Well, I'm gonna start off by saying I'm a huge fan of MST3K. If you've watched my whole DVD and Blu-ray collection, you've probably picked up on that by now. But like just over there, or there, I don't really no that there, yeah. I've got a whole whack ton of MST3Ks, and I also have a Riff Tracks DVD. Now, before I start, for those of you who don't know what Mystery Science Theater 3000 is, first off, what is wrong with you? Second, MST3K is a TV show about two guys. In the first half of the series, it's Joel. In the second half, it's Mike. And both of them, even though they're never in the same... Yeah, for the first part, well, pretty much the whole idea is Mike or Joel, depending on which seasons you watch, are trapped in outer space and being forced to watch the worst movies that were ever made. Along with their 2 robotic companions, Crotty Robot and Tom Servo, who you can see on the cover. So, how are you going to survive a horde of bad movies? Let me think. How about making jokes at them? And that's exactly what Mystery Science Theater 3000 did for pretty much 13 years. So, in 1996, after 6 seasons, they decided, you know what, let's make a full-length movie out of it. And it became an instant cult classic. So, the writing. I'm not going to talk about the movie they riffed, This Island Earth, because there's nothing really to talk about. It's a movie that ended up on MST3K, so obviously it's going to be bad. However, the host segments and the jokes are ridiculously funny and sharp and witty, and it's the type of humor that if you've watched MST3K, you're going to love, because this thing is chock full of MST3K humor. The acting? Again, the acting in This Island Earth is horrible, but it ended up on MST3K, so obviously the acting was going to be bad. Regardless, Mike Nelson and Trace Bureau and Kevin Murphy and Jim Mallon, who are the only 4 people who really appear in this, if you don't count the movie, they did great jobs at just pulling off their performances, which they've been doing for about 6 years, or more like 3 or 4 years, depending on where you want to count where Joel ended and then Mike came in. But I'm not getting into that. So yeah, the special effects, pretty much MST3K was a show that started with a low budget and ended with a low budget. So the movie had a low budget. It had more than the show though, so they were able to build better looking sets, and they kind of made Crow and Tom Servo just look a little bit more better looking, but everything still had this really cheesy MST feeling to it. And the green screen, which they do for when they're riffing the film, there was not a moment when it looks bad, you know. So that totally worked, and it just still has the charm and fun of an MST episode. The music. There wasn't much music in this, and they actually didn't use the theme song to Mystery Science Theater 3000, which I at least have grown to know and love. But you know what? I really don't care. And there's not really much to talk about. There's not much score here. But what is here is good. There is one thing I'd like to talk about. I do have one problem with this movie. and one problem. This entire film only runs 74 minutes. This film is really, really short. Like most of the MST3K movies are like almost 2 hours at times. But this one, it's really short. And I don't know why it's so short, and it would have been better if it was longer. But you know what? It is what it is. It's still great. It's still hilarious. And can I recommend Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie? Oh, you bet I can. This earned its place on the top 5 funniest films I've seen in 2013 at number 2. It just earned that from the word go. And now that it's finally released on Blu-ray, the sound is better, the picture quality is better, and for the first time since this thing has been released, which it had a very limited release on DVD, on VHS and Laserdisc, and even more limited release on DVD. For the first time since any of those were ever made, not only do we have a menu, because there was no menu on the Laserdisc, on the VHS, or the DVD, and we have bonus features. With stuff like the making of the movie, and deleted scenes, a documentary on the making of This Island Earth, the original trailer, and none of this stuff has ever been seen by Misties. And somehow, though, the Misties found out about it, and it went up on the Mystery Science Theater 3000 Wikipedia. And ever since that's been up there, I have been fascinated in finally getting a chance to see what they've been talking about. And hey, I got my chance. So you guys, if you ever, anywhere, see this on a shelf, buy it. You will be cracking up. If you see the show anywhere on a shelf, buy it. You will be cracking up. I cannot recommend this thing enough. You guys just have to go watch it. I've seen this thing 9 times now. It still makes me laugh every time I watch it. But hey, you guys, thank you for getting me through 25 episodes. And starting in May, I'm going to have a first for this series. I'm going to have a theme month. All of Marvel is called Marvel May. So all through May, it's going to be just Marvel movies. So if you guys want to recommend one that I should totally review, because I already have a bunch, but if you guys can recommend one, hey, I'll try and get to it. So it's going to be reaction videos, reviews, all on Marvel movies, both animated and live action. But hey, that's in May, and it's not that far away. So until next time, this is the Meteor Raptor saying thank you for 25 episodes. Keep ultimately cool, and I will see you guys around. You guys rock.